Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been literally a year since I've made my last video, and I promise that I still have that Paris vlog for you guys. It's just I had an issue with copyright and I just put it on the back burner and kind of forgot about it, but it's still there. I just have to change the music. I wanted to come here today and tell you guys about my new hairstyle. A lot of things have changed since I made my last video. We have moved again. I'm currently back in school for my second degree, and I got a new dog, so you'll probably hear her whimpering in the background because I'm not paying her any attention. But one of the most apparent things you may be able to tell is that I got a new hairstyle, the most expensive hairstyle that I have ever paid for. But I was kind of okay with spending the money because this is like the hairstyle I'm hoping to have for the next 5 to 6 years as I grow my real hair out. So in case you haven't told from the title, I have permanent lock extensions. I got these put in Tuesday, which was about 5 or 6 days ago, and they're loosening up still. Sorry if you can't see. I'm going to turn the overhead light on, but you're going to see a glare on my glasses, so I apologize for that. But I'd rather you be able to see my hair than not, so do the thing. So yeah, sorry for the glare, but it's just what's happening right now. So yeah, I got these put in Tuesday, and they are the permanent lock extensions. I got them done by a Houston stylist. I thought this would be a good video to make because I've tried to do a lot of research on YouTube about the permanent lock extensions, and a lot of the videos are old. They're not shot very well, or they're about, just natural locks, not necessarily lock extensions, or they're about the, the faux locks with the synthetic hair. But this is with human hair, so I really wish that there was a video or some videos around where I could get the week by week or the month by month, basically, what happens during those times when you have lock extensions, higher hair acts, do you bud, all those type of things. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a spin around so you can see my hair. So the reason why I decided to lock my hair, as you can see from some of these old videos, I don't know if we still doing annotations on YouTube, I really don't know, but as you can see from some of the old videos that I have, I was loose natural for about 2 years. I experimented with different things, a couple of cuts, all that jazz, and what I came to find out was I really don't like doing my hair. I really don't like combing my hair, and my hair was in a puff for literally the majority of the time. And with the puff, like, yeah, puff is fine, but when your hair is in a puff the majority of the time, you're always, brushing it back and putting edge control. As I started to notice thinning in my temples of my hair from always having it pulled up into the puff. And the puff was dry, my hair was dry, and it was breaking. It wasn't really getting shorter, but I could tell that the hair was breaking and it was pretty damaged. Even though I didn't have like heat damage or anything like that, the hair was still damaged. So I thought the best thing for me, I didn't want to go back to relaxers because I'm just totally past that stage. I don't want to put the chemicals on my hair. So I decided that the best thing would be for me to go ahead and start my locks. My whole thing with the locks is I always intended on starting locks, but I wanted to wait until I was 30. I don't know where I got this arbitrary number from or why 30 was the age I wanted to start them. But then I figured, why wait? I'm struggling with my loose natural hair. I don't want a perm. I don't really like weaves because I like to touch my scalp, and I want to go swimming and all that type of stuff without, I guess the water just sitting up under the weave and all that other type of stuff. And braids are fine, but they're so heavy. And the only downfall about starting my locks early was I didn't really want to go through the early stage or the ugly stage or the budding stage or whatever you want to call it. I'm back in school now, and I have an interview next week, and I really didn't want to run around looking like that. Like I didn't want to, I wanted to skip past that ugly stage, or, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to go through that. I didn't want to try to have to figure out something to do with that. I just wanted to, to cut out the stress of worrying about how my hair looked. So I did a little bit of research on YouTube, a couple of videos of people with lock extensions, and I saw quite a few people who already had locks, and then they would, I'm guessing they would crochet the lock extension onto their locks, but I didn't want to wait the period of getting my hair locked and then letting it mature before I could put lock extensions on. I just wanted to start from the beginning with the locks at a length that I could, you know, do a couple of things with. So I looked on Instagram, looked on YouTube, and I came across a couple of people, and they were doing the wrapping method, and I liked the way the wrapping method looked because it gave the locks a nice sleek look, which is what I wanted. I know they're still gonna get fuzzy, you know, all other stuff, but I didn't like the look of the locks where the stylist would pre-make the locks ahead of time before you came into the salon and then put them on. I didn't really like that look. They were a little too Rasta looking for me in the beginning, so I preferred the wrap method. So I found a stylist who did the wrap method, and I looked at their you know, some of their Instagram pages and videos, and you know, you really got a feel for how that stylist did it. And I looked at some update videos and update Instagram photos of some of their clients years down the line, how their lock extensions held up, how they matured, and everything like that. And then eventually I picked my stylist. We were there for 12 hours because I decided to go with relatively small locks. And it usually didn't take him 12 hours, but I had a lot of hair, so it took a long time. And we also took a couple of breaks. And yeah. Some of the things that I've noticed within this first week of having my lock extensions are the first day or two, they were really heavy. Not anywhere as heavy as box braids or braids in general. They weren't that heavy, but I knew they were on my head. They're heavier than like a weave or whatever, because I'm so used to having my hair up on top of my head in a puff, that now it feels like I'm being pulled back some because I have all this hair in the back of my head. But yeah, oh, excuse me. That was the first couple of days, but now I'm pretty used to them. And I don't really see a lot of people talk about this issue, and it was a big concern of mine, is the stiffness of lock extensions. Well, the stiffness of permanent lock extensions. So, as you can see, hopefully you can't see me go this side, that they're still a little bit stiff. They're still a little stiff. In my opinion, they were a lot stiffer than this when I first got them done. I could barely like turn my head. They were so stiff, but they're loosening up every day. Every day it gets better. Every day it gets more flexible and manageable. I had the Jaden Smith hairstyle, but it like all poofed up right here because it just got so hot. But that's another thing. Like with all of this hair, I'm so used to having my hair on top of my head that now that it's all down my neck and on my back, it's really, really hot. I feel like I'm having hot flashes or going through menopause or something, but I'm keeping the AC on like 70 because it's so hot. I'm freezing my husband out of the house. But as my hair gets a little bit older, maybe in week 2, I'll try to put it into a ponytail, or you know, get it up off my neck more, because I'm a little iffy. I don't want to take any chances of ripping anything out at this point in time. So I'm taking my time with actually putting my hair up or manipulating it too much. What else? Oh, another thing, I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but my hair about day 3, 4, and 5, and today, my hair is super itchy. I'm not sure if it's because I didn't really wash the hair beforehand, or if it's just because my scalp is exposed now, and then you have like the hair rubbing up against my scalp, but my hair is so itchy. I'm trying to like spray liquids and stuff on it, but nothing's really helping at this point. I mean, it's manageable, but it's annoying at the same time. And I can't wash my hair for the next, well, I was supposed to go in 3 weeks, but he didn't have any appointments open until 4 weeks. So I can't wash my hair for the next month, and it's gonna be, I don't know, but we'll see. I would go ahead and wash it myself, but I'm afraid of what's going to happen because this would be my very first wash with the permanent lock extension. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with my hair. I'm not sure if like the ends are going to slip, or if anything's going to unravel, or if my roots are just going to puff up. So I'm just going to let him do the first one, and then I'll struggle through this next next 3 weeks now, and then see what happens when he does it. And then from there I can decide if it's something that I'll be able to manage on my own. I'm probably going to go to him for the next 6 months to a year for him to do my retwist, just to make sure, you know, I start out good. There are a couple of people on YouTube who are actually starting their permanent lock extensions themselves at home, but I wanted a certain look to mine. I'd rather a professional who has done them hundreds of times. I'd rather, you know, let a professional start them for me, because I wanted them to look neat, and I wanted them to look professional and sleek, and you know, all that type of stuff. So they're all the same size. All my parts are pretty much the same size. Some of the people that I found inspiration in and starting my locks, I found a couple of pictures on Pinterest, pictures on Instagram, and it was one girl in particular. She's here on YouTube, and her name is Locsoflove. I'll leave her page or her channel down in the description box, but her locks are beautiful. They're natural locks. She doesn't have extensions, and hers going all the way down her back. They're very small locks. I think she has about 250 of them. They're I'm not sure if they're like micro locks or what, but yeah, they're gorgeous. My locks probably won't really look like hers, because I'm pretty sure I have less than 250 locks, and mine are bigger than hers because I have the extensions. And one thing, I wouldn't risk making your lock extensions much smaller than this, because this is like a lot of weight on your strands of hair. So you don't really want to put like 2 strands of hair into a lock extension, because it's going to fall, just rip right out your head. So just, if you want thicker locks, or you know, locks like this size, then you may be able to get away with the lock extensions. And also, if you have thin hair, I'm not sure if I would go with the lock extensions either. You want a nice thick full head of hair, because my stylist was really he really made sure, he told me that a lot of people think when they start lock extensions that it's just going to be easy. You don't have to take care of your hair anymore, you know, just wake up and go. And while that is kind of true, you still want to make sure that you wrap your hair up every night. You tie your locks off so that you're not like with a silk scarf or a silk lock sock or something like that, because you don't want your hair pulling on the pillow, because you may pull out some of your locks like from the root, and you don't want that. And you want to make sure that you moisturize your hair, especially on the roots, because you have all this extra hair on top of yours that it may dry out. So you want to make sure that you're wrapping your hair up every night, and that you're moisturizing regularly, and that you are keeping up with maintenance and your shampoos and all that type of stuff. And make sure that you deep condition whenever you shampoo, because you want your hair to be strong with having all this extra weight on it, especially for a long time. He said his lock extensions last for about I think it's 5 to 6 years. I'll probably keep these in only for about 3 maybe. I plan on getting them snipped maybe a ½ inch or an inch every month. So yeah, I'm hoping to have these off relatively soon, well, within the next few years, and just have my own natural hair. But yeah, that's really all I have to say right now. I'll try to make these more frequently, because this would be really useful before. I wish I had more options. I wish there were more videos like this for me when I was looking and researching into getting my permanent lock extensions. But yeah, so I'll try to keep these updates coming at least once a month, or whenever I get my maintenance, or whenever something new happens, so that I can keep anybody who's interested in permanent lock extensions up to date on different things that's happening. So yeah. Oh, it's getting dark in here. Oh yeah, one more thing that I've noticed. I've kind of tied them up now, but he did say some of my ends would slip, and I wrapped them in rubber bands. I had the little lock jewelry, little clasp on the ends at first because that was cuter, but I have an interview tomorrow, so I just wrapped them with black rubber bands for the time being. I didn't know how they would take, you know, I don't want to push it too far. But yeah, so I wrapped them in black rubber bands. I don't even know where they are because the curly ends were kind of coming out some. So yeah, I don't know where they are, but I just wrapped them up. He said just to go ahead and snip them off because that just means that it's starting to form the lock or it's starting to, you know, tangle up and everything. But I'm not going to risk cutting anything right now because he's going out of town and I'm not trying to have nothing slipping out my head. So I'm just wrapping them in rubber bands for now, and then I'll let him handle it when it's time for my maintenance. But yeah, seriously, this time it's the end of the video. I'll see you guys on my next one. I have an appointment April 11th, so look for another video next month. I'll see you guys later, and I'll get that Paris vlog up this week sometime.